Okay guys, welcome to the next video. Today what we'll do is we'll check for our validations. So before that I have coded two files, which is analysis.py, which is our router file, and next is a schema.py. So before that, in the last video we have just completed with our career mentor.db. As you can see, we have created one here. Now what we have to do is let's go by the sequence. Let's say if I send let's say a resume to analysis to our web, let's say our UI. So what we want to do is we want to check if whatever user is sending is valid or not. For that, what we need to do is we need to create one file which is called as schema.py. This file basically handles all the validation tasks. For that we have using Pydantic model. Okay, so basically we have just written here from Pydantic, we have imported BaseModel, and from typing optional. Now here what we'll do is we'll create two classes. One is for whatever the front end must send to these values. It means user will send these values, and this user will get back as a result. So I have just created basic resume text with str, job description with string. And similarly here, optional means these are not compulsory, as we have seen before. Next, what is, we have to create one analysis.py file. Now what this file basically does, as we know, router routes the request. So whatever we send, it will routes all the requests. For example, we'll see in just now. As you can see, we have created the response model, we have created a function and all. Now let's say if id, for now what we have done is we are basically testing our architecture. So all the values are dummy values. These are not actual values which are created by AI. So for example, I have created one id. Okay, now resume text, this will user will pass, so we have accepted as a parameter. Next, same job description we will accept by the user. Next, we have to give the dummy score 85, missing skills, feedback, etc. So let's say in future if we create a AI generated description for missing skills, so what basically this analysis.py file will do, this will redirect the request to our AI services. So basically we are going to write in this Gemini service, and it will fetch from all the information from the Gemini.services. So basically analysis file will act as a manager file. For example, let's say first our data will validate, then it will reach to our analysis.py file, then it will goes back to our, just a second, database.py. Now what database.py will do, it will basically just store the value, it will not do anything extra. Now let's with schema.py and our analysis.py. Okay, now what we'll do is we will check if our validation is working just fine. So for that we'll run our app. Okay, as we can see, we have get our URL. We'll do what we'll do always, we'll go for the docs and we'll hit enter. Now you have seen some kind of UI. Now let's run it this simultaneously, so you will get a better understanding is exactly what happening. Now you can see here are some error codes are getting just like 200. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll simply post a movie. Let's try it out. As you can see, our validation asking us two important fields. These are compulsory fields, so we have to basically just pass some values. Let's say I'll just pass the dummy values for now. Let's say my resume, job description will be Python developer. We'll execute it, and as you can see, we got the response which we have asking from our analyze.py file, which is id is equal to 1. As you can see here, resume text is my resume, as we have taken is a parameter. Then job description Python developer, math score which we have passed here 85, missing skill Python and FastAPI, and the feedback which we have passed here. So basically we got our output which we have expected. Now what we'll do is we'll check for the validation. Now what does the validation mean? First let's reset the value. What does the validation means? We have to pass both the values. Let's say if I remove one value while passing to the analysis.py file, so what will happen? Let's check. We'll click on execute. As you can see here, we got the error, and simultaneously we got, if we check our terminal, we'll get a 422 unprocessable content. So what this basically means is we have forgotten some kind of, या फिर our validation is not accepting what we have sending. So what we need to do is we have to again add that field and we need to check. So basically from today's video, what were our goal or what were our motto is, we just need to check our validation is working or not. So as of now our validation is working just fine. So I think that will it for the today. If you want to code, you can just pause and check the code, because today's goal was not writing the code. Today's goal was to check if our validation is working or not. So with that note, we are like learning publicly. So you have any suggestions to do validation in more accurate or more appropriate ways, just to tell me in the comment section, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.